Dear students, we are going to begin the third poem, Keeping Quiet, by Pablo Neruda. Here the poet, Pablo, he tells us about peace on earth. He wants that earth should be a peaceful place to live in. There should not be any kind of destruction. There should not be any kind of wars that takes place between two countries, two states, two people. He doesn't want anything. He just wants peace all over the country, all over the earth. Okay, we'll begin with the poem. Now we will count to 12 and we will all keep still. He's telling now we'll count till 12. 12 here, it means hours, the 12 hours that we have, even the months in a year. Okay, he tells us about the months in a year and even the clock which tells us 12. Okay, which strikes 12. That means the hours in a day and 12 months. That means in complete year, he just wants peace on the earth. He does not want any kind of destruction. And he is asking us to be still. To be still means to be silent, to be calm, to be peaceful. For once on the face of the earth, let's not speak in any language. Let's stop for 1 second and not move our arms so much. He is telling that for one on the face of earth, only for our earth, only because of earth, let's not speak in any language, because language creates barriers, language creates wars and destructions. If we won't speak, there won't be fight. So he's telling that let's not speak in any language, let's be silent, let's be calm. Let's stop for 1 second. Even for 1 second, if we stop, that will actually create peaceful atmosphere. And not move our arms so much. Arms are not arms, hands, arms here. Arms here means weapons. Let's not move our weapons. Our weapons of language are the weapons that we use for fighting. Let's not use that and let's be silent. Here he has told language as a weapon. And language is a weapon. Most of the destruction, most of the fights happens because of our languages. So he's telling let's not use any language and let's be peaceful and calm. It would be an exotic movement without rush, without engines. We would all be together in a sudden strangeness. He's telling how exotic movement it will be. Exotic, interesting. Okay, unusual movement. He's telling how exotic the movement will be if we don't talk, if we remain silent where we have to be. Okay, if we do not indulge in any kinds of fight, if we do not indulge in any kind of debate, it will be so peaceful. There would be no rush, there would be no engines, the fights that takes place. Not only the verbal fight, but even the fights with weapons that takes place. We would be in such a place which would have no destruction, which would only have happiness and peace. In sudden strangeness means we would all be together and it would be such a strange world without any kind of negativity, without any kind of destruction. Everywhere there would be happiness and peace. Fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales. He is telling fishermen who goes in the sea to catch fishes, they harm whales because whales destroy. So he is telling that if fishermen, they go to sea and if they would be peaceful, if there would be no hatred in mind, he would not harm the whales also, and whales also would live happily in the sea. And the man gathering salt would look at his hurt hands. He said when you gather salt, people who go in the sea, the beaches to gather salt, their hands are hurt because salt in its original form, if you see, it's rock in form of stones and rocks. Okay, so when you gather that, your hand hurts. Okay, so he's telling that people have forgotten that even if the hands hurt for materialistic pleasure, for money, people forget that they are hurting themselves. That salt gathering doesn't give any kind of happiness, only gives money, and money is happiness for people. So he is telling that all the materialistic happiness by spoiling ourselves, by spoiling our happiness, by spoiling others' happiness, hurting others, hurting ourselves, what are we gaining? Nothing, just we are gaining some amount of money, and that is pleasure for us. He's telling that that also should be stopped. We should not only work for materialistic things. We should work for our own heart, our own mind, our own happiness, our family's happiness. Okay, we should we should earn money only for the sake of earning and for satisfying our basic needs. We must not earn money by actually creating a disturbance or creating a problem for others. दूसरों को दुख देकर खुद के लिए खुशी कभी हासिल नहीं करनी चाहिए. वो मटेरियलिस्टिक कंफर्ट वो आज है कल नहीं है, उसके लिए खुद को हर्ट करना या दूसरे के प्लेजर या हैप्पीनेस को बर्बाद करना, that is not the correct way. If we all think this, then there would be peace on the earth. Those who prepare green wars, wars with gas, wars with fire, victory with no survivors. He is telling that those who prepare for wars, those who prepare for verbal fights, those who prepare for weapon fights, those who prepare for many soldiers and all that country wars and all. So in that, what is happening? Everywhere you just have destruction. All lives have been destroyed, materialistic things are destroyed, everything is destruction all over the world, all over our surrounding. And what is there? We have got victory, but that victory is without survivors. People are not surviving. Only those who create war are survivors. What is the use of those victory? That kind of victory which doesn't give any kind of pleasure to you. Where people who fought for them are not surviving. What is the use of such kind of victory? That victory is meaningless. You are destroying yourself, you are destroying others, and then you say that you have earned victory. What is the use of that victory? That victory doesn't make any kind of sense. Would put on clean clothes and walk about with their brothers in the shade doing nothing. And those people who create destruction, who create war, who causes war, wear good clothes and move around as if nothing has happened, and others have lost their life. And those people who are actually the real reason for this, they will be moving around with clean clothes. What is the use of those clean clothes when there is blood everywhere around you? It's of no use. When you cannot protect others, when you cannot give happiness to others, there is no use of your life. What I want should not be confused. I don't want to confuse anyone. What I want is very clear. With total inactivity, that is, no one should be idle. No one should be idle in the sense, no one should do something which actually creates destruction, which actually creates sadness for others. Life is what it is about. I want no truck with death. If we were not so single-minded about keeping our lives moving and for once could do nothing, perhaps a huge silence might interrupt the sadness of never understanding ourselves and of threatening ourselves with death. He's telling that I don't want trucks with death. Trucks with death means many soldiers die fighting for our country, or other soldiers for their country. What we get in return? Return is a truck full of dead bodies of soldiers, which never makes our country happy, or which never makes us, the people, happy. Fight creates only destructions. War creates only destructions. It destroys people, it destroys happiness, it destroys peace, everything. There is no victory gained without bloodsheds. So he's telling that I don't want truck full of dead bodies of our soldiers. If there will be peace, if both countries decides to be peaceful, there won't be any fight and there won't be any dead bodies. He's telling if we all will think in a single direction for peace, then this all destruction that is happening, this all negativity that is there in our country, in the world, will definitely stop. I just want huge silence. I don't want any kind of sadness. If we'll be silent, if peaceful, there will not be any kind of sadness, there will only be happiness spread in the entire world. And everywhere, wherever there are problems, people live with sadness, people live a life full of grief, full of thoughts of death that is near them. So if this war and destruction won't be there, people will live at least life full of happiness, at least life of tension-free life. A person will definitely want tension-free life, peaceful life. So if at least this will not be there, if war would not be there, there will be complete happiness and people will not have the fear of death. People will live life full of pleasures and happiness. Perhaps the earth can teach us, as when everything seems dead and later proves to be alive. Studying that earth teaches us many lessons. If he has told 12 months, okay, 12 months we get different seasons. The earth goes through different atmospheric changes, climatic changes, and still survives and make others survive. खुद मतलब सब कुछ अपने ऊपर लेकर सारे लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म, सारे लिविंग बीइंग्स को एक अच्छा सा लाइफ देते हैं. He's telling we must learn from earth. अर्थ में बहुत सारे चेंजेस, जैसे ड्रॉट, समर सीजन के तुरंत बाद यू गेट रेनफॉल, मतलब इट कवर्स अप. जो ड्रॉट है या ड्राई अर्थ है वो रेनफॉल में कवर अप होकर पानी से भरा हुआ हो जाता है, हरा भरा ग्रीनरी. उसके बाद वापस से विंटर सीजन में, ऑटम सीजन एंड ऑल, सम लीव्स शेड देयर लीव्स. उसके बाद वापस से स्प्रिंग व्हेन लीव्स आर, द ट्रीज आर फुल ऑफ लीव्स. सो चेंजेस आते हैं, लेकिन चेंजेस के साथ वो अपने लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स को कभी अफेक्ट नहीं होने देते. ओके, इट स्प्रेड्स हैप्पीनेस टू एंटायर वर्ल्ड. So earth also is something, earth also teaches us many lessons in life, that whatever happens, be peaceful, be calm, let's go on happily. If we will be happy, we can spread happiness in the entire world. And now I'll count up to 12 and you keep quiet and I will go. He's telling that now I'm again counting up to 12 and now you all keep quiet and I will go. I will go means he's telling I want to go and I want to be left alone. I want some peace for myself. Now you also start thinking to what I told. If all of you individually will think, then there would be no destruction, there would be no war, there would be no negativity in the world. The world would be a peaceful place to live and everyone will be happy. If we are happy, we will spread happiness and others also will be happy. So if I am trying, I want you all also to try this and make our earth a happy place, a better place to live. A very simple but a very meaningful poem. Understood the poem?